panoramic view from the second summit of Porcupine Ridge. A splendid day in mid-June almost, 2010. Direction now should be actually Boundary Ridge. One of future prospects. Should be a nice scramble and bushwhacking once you pass by that gully eventually. This was these two peaks. Now I call that trip what I've done these two peaks I call the Boundary Ridge, but actually it's to the right Boundary Ridge. So maybe it might be Midnight Peak, one of those two. The one on the right. I have to check. Now it's already visible down below the Highway 40 and Highway 1. Actually Highway 1, because Highway 40 is to the left. No? No, sorry, no, it's Highway 40, yeah. Highway 40 and Kananaskis River. Yes, the remaining part, my battery died previously. I restarted after a couple of minutes and I still managed to film in HD. Unfortunately very fast before my battery dies again on me, which will happen very, very soon. Meanwhile, I'm glad I did the whole loop. This must be it. It looks pretty steep on it. This is the art of bushwhacking, folks. Protection for the eye protection, I mean. Your helmet. Thick bush, but the most important thing, yo bear! Yo bear! Yo bear! So you signal your presence. So bears will be aware you are in their nearby. They'll take off. Experts say bears don't want to have any contact as much as you do with humans. So, yeah, bear. Yo, bear. So don't forget eye goggle, helmet, and yo bear! Yes, so on my way to Porcupine Ridge in Kananaskis, not far from Calgary. I have this Porcupine Creek. This is basically the North Porcupine Creek, and you can see I have to cross this log bridge, about 8 or 10 of these all along. But now I will have to turn left pretty soon and start bushwhacking uphill, but I'm not sure exactly yet where should I start doing that. So I'll keep going for a while along this creek until I'll make my decision. Because I know some other party did this trip a few months back, and they mentioned in their photo, one of the photos in their trip report, that they went a bit too far up this way. They turned back, and only then they started bushwhacking on the left. Yeah, today I will film mostly in high quality rather than high definition. I forgot to charge my battery, or to bring an extra one for the HD. So I may as well edit these clips. Well, it seems like nobody bothered to put a log on this side. Might mean that my bushwhacking is enough start. I don't see the trail continues further up, but I'll give it another try on a shore here anyway. Like I said, there were logs pretty much all along the creek where you had to cross the creek. But here there is none. So this must be either the end of the trail, or it just continues on this side. Not sure. Well, let's see what date is today. Today is Saturday, June 12th. 2010. Feels like a very hot day after a rainy week and cold week. Calgary temperatures down to 5 degrees in the daytime one day. That was 2 days ago. Oh, here we go, more logs across the creek, so that means I may still have to continue along the creek. All right. Yeah, so basically I've done this the South Fork of this Porcupine Creek. This is the North Fork. I've done it a few months back in the winter. At the time, on my way back, actually, I returned myself along this North Fork, and it was covered in deep snow. I had to post hole along the shore of this creek, actually along the creek. Okay, I should go this way anyway. I'm not gonna cross yet. However, during that last trip, which my goal was to get to Porcupine Ridge as I do today, I made a left turn at the Porcupine Fork intersection. So instead of turning right along this North Fork, I did go along the left fork, and I ended up doing a totally different trip, which was still a good trip, but not what I originally planned to do. On the other hand, no, that's not it. I went too far. I gotta cross the creek. It's a log. I'm blocked here. There's no easy access here. I gotta go back to the log. Or even I should go uphill now, but I don't know. I'll go a little further to see how it is. Then I'll turn left. I'll come back. Turn left here. Yeah, it's never a good idea to start going uphill too soon when you have another option. It may be, your only choice at the end. But if you turn early, it's slippery. There's the other one. Because if I would turn left too early, I might be blocked up ahead, so my trip would be over. Eventually, if I, on the other hand, go too far, along this North Fork, all I gotta do is return on a flat creek. Return along this flat side of the fork, which is easy. If I'm blocked up ahead on the left, then my trip will be over pretty much, because I won't have enough time to come back down and then go up again. It's a late start anyway for this trip. Okay, I'm going to stop here for now. Stop filming and come back in a bit. Yeah, I'm on Porcupine Ridge, continue along the ridge towards the second summit, second peak pretty much. Meanwhile, I fill up my bottle with snow. This is a wind-blown snow from the west-facing side. It blown over to the north side, northeast side. Should be very clean as long as you get rid of the surface dust. Few layers, should be good to go. Besides, I'm just going to continue now. It's a very beautiful ridge, awesome views on all around. Panorama 360, as you can see. The wind started to pick up a tiny bit. It's normal on the ridge. Hot day. Walking and you can see the boundary ridge in that direction. It's covered in snow, still the ridge. Behind me you can see the first summit of this Porcupine Ridge. It's a lower elevation. Porcupine Creek with its forks over there to the left. It's a south fork, and to the right it's a north fork. Further down you see the Highway 40. And here it's the third summit of Porcupine Ridge, but first second summit of the same ridge. I'm approaching now the last 10 meters of the second summit. Very straightforward approach. It's not even a scramble. It's going to be a little scramble going to the next peak right there along the narrow ridge. Yeah, that's going to be a scramble, definitely. Should be pretty manageable slowly. But now I'm getting here and hopefully I'll do another panorama from this peak with my HD camera before my battery dies. Now in our sight should be Boundary Ridge. And I see that gully. That gully looks pretty doable, provided there's nothing blocked along it. Doesn't look blocked. But eventually, once you get to the gullies end of it, I don't know if it should be manageable along that tree line all the way to the top. Yeah, holding yourself to those trees should be manageable. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about the other side, which is here. Along the other creek, could that eventually get to some peak as well? Maybe. Yeah, so I'm approaching now Porcupine Ridge. I started, my trailhead was right there. It's going a creek under the road in a tunnel. That's Highway 40 in Kananaskis. That is Porcupine Creek, as I said, and it has two forks. One which will go right, which is north of this hill here, and the one I went along is a south fork, and eventually I started going up down this way. I mean up this way. You can see a nice panorama. And now that must be part of this ridge, a Porcupine Ridge, which has I believe three peaks distinguishable from the trailhead. Now I came across a little rocky terrain, which eventually will become a scramble, but for now I will just film. Hopefully when I when I walk along this little I don't know, animal track or just a trail, I don't know. Yeah, I'm wearing a helmet, you know, just in case some goats are going to release a few rocks up above. Or mountain sheep. It's a little narrow actually path along this way. Definitely doable. Relaxed. So here we go, I'm already on the ridge. The question is, Is this ridge going to be doable? I don't see why not. Looks doable from here. Yeah, so there on where the camera is facing now, it's where I went on one of my former trips. I went all the way up there. Then I went along that ridge to the next peak. And then descended down along this gully here. And eventually all the way down to the north fork of Porcupine Creek, which is down there visible. And then back all the way along the creek to the fork intersection with the north fork, with the south fork, and then back to the trailhead. There was a trip that I called on my playlist Boundary Ridge. Yeah, that was the name of that trip. Okay, so now I'm continuing along Porcupine Creek, Porcupine Ridge, I mean. This is the first summit out of the three of each peaks. I should manage to do all of it. I got a rope on me, rappel device, harness, obviously helmet, so I shouldn't have any problems. Yes, this is it. The first ball, but for now I will just film. Hopefully, when I when I walk along this little I don't know, animal track or just a trail, you know. Yeah, I'll wear your helmet, you know, just in case some goats are going to release a few rocks up above. Or mountain sheep. It's a little narrow actually path along this way. Definitely doable. Relaxed. So here we go, I'm already on the ridge. The question is this ridge going to be doable? I don't see why not. Looks doable from here. Yeah, so there on where the camera is facing now, it's where I went on one of my former trips. I went all the way up there. Then I went along that ridge to the next peak. And then descended down along this gully here. And eventually all the way down to the north fork of Porcupine Creek, which is down there visible. And then back all the way along the creek to the fork intersection with the north fork, with the south fork, and then back to the trailhead. There was a trip that I called on my playlist Boundary Ridge. Yeah, that was the name of that trip. Okay, so now I'm continuing along Porcupine Creek, Porcupine Ridge, I mean. This is the first summit out of the three of the each peaks. I should manage to do all of it. I got a rope on me, rappel device, harness, obviously helmet, so I shouldn't have any problems. Yeah, this is it. The first peak. It's ending here. It's a continuation, either following this way or going down. Down below and then following a little. Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, there is even a little trail visible that you can follow. yeah, that's it for now. I should use my whatever battery left I got, do a little panorama with my HD camera. It's a better, obviously, better image. Yeah, so I did a little scramble along there, up to that point from which you have a nice scenery, but that's a dead end. It's a downfall about about 15 meters, which is avoidable if I just go left. There's no need for any rappel. All I gotta do is come down this way and then simply walk along this path here and all the way to doing some bushwalking again to that peak, and eventually trying to descend to the trees there and back along the gully and back to the North Porcupine Creek. You can see a very nice scenery. And I'm not going to climb the other rock. I'm not a rock climber, and it doesn't tempt me as much to take a chance on it. Also, I know it's doable with scramble. Once you pass along that narrow ridge, you just follow along, and you know, all four you should be able to manage to get up top. But then what you get some extra views. That's about it. I'm more of a scrambler than on that, more like I don't like exposure too much. Try to stay away from it. Now I'm filming towards the first peak. There is a visible Highway 40 and Kananaskis Creek. And now I'm simply going to descend. Trying to get to that other peak behind me covered in trees. Should be fairly manageable. Today I didn't carry enough water and batteries. Sometimes I got batteries for 10 hours, and now I'm almost running out of batteries. These cameras, video cameras, but I still got batteries for my photo cameras. So anyway, this ridge is definitely, it has spectacular views all around, panoramic views. I definitely recommend it. I haven't seen any wildlife yet. Usually it pops up mountain sheep or or something like that. But you know, I wasn't really paying attention to it, and I'm just above the tree line. I haven't been much above the tree line either to be able to see wildlife. It can come at any moment. Hopefully not a bear. Not a bear near my trail. Far away is okay. That will be a bonus, a treat. So yes, I'm heading that way, and I'll pause for now. Yeah, I reached the end of the Porcupine Ridge. From there on, it's only a down climb. As you can see, on either side there's no access. It's blocked. It's a cliff. On the right side, on the left side, same. It's also blocked. No access. So I guess that's about it. This is the end of Porcupine Ridge. So from here on in, I'm on my way back. Now I'll have to figure out whether I'm going to descend the same way I came up, which would be easy, or I should choose an extra loop to give me more maybe views or different angle. Kind of limited, but still would be another option. So one of the options I'm considering is going down the trees, you know, forest there, all the way down, all the way to the gully, and then turn right to that fork of Porcupine Creek. That looks like a nice ridge over there. It should be doable someday. Yeah. The other option would be to descend further down, and beyond those cliffs it's another descent, maybe, I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. So Porcupine Creek, the North Fork.